I'm Tassos, and today we're gonna make Greek and Turkish coffee. Stick with me for 10 steps to do it together at home. Let's see what happens. Let's start making Greek coffee, also called Turkish coffee, Armenian coffee, Cypriot coffee. I've heard also that it's named Arabic coffee, but it's essentially the same thing. So, step 1. Find Greek coffee. It should be mildly roasted, blonde profile, and a delicate aroma. It should be finely grounded and in consistency similar to cocoa powder. That is how fine it should be. Always buy freshly roasted and grounded coffee if you can. Step 2. Measure your cup by adding the right amount of water. Single is 70 ml of water for a small cup of coffee, and double Greek coffee is about 150 ml total. And the water should be room temperature. Never use hot water. I did a couple of simple experiments at home and I found that 7 or 8 grams of coffee is just about the right amount per single serving. That is 1 heaped teaspoon. Step 3. Use the right coffee pot. What I'm using here is for either a single or a 2 coffees. Ideally one with a narrow neck if you can find, but I have here a stainless steel which is gonna work fine for you. Back in the day, they used copper, they used hot sand, and it was all about heat uniformity, which is okay, I guess, but here in the flame, in the open flame, if you are careful, it should be fine. Step 4. Add your coffee 1 heaped teaspoon, about 7 to 8 grams for a single, or 2 heaped teaspoons for a double Greek coffee. Add your sugar at this stage. Even a little bit of sugar will change the flavor. It won't enhance it, but it will change it if you are into it. Step 5. Heat it over a medium heat. Flame is better, but it can be aggressive, so control the flow, and the slower it goes, the better. Just don't rush it. Step 6. Stir a little bit at the start. Don't overstir though, because it's gonna mess up with your coffee. Wait for the signs. Listen to the coffee. It's talking to you. Step 7. Let it rise once, but be ready to remove it from the fire immediately once it does so. Look for signs of crema foaming, and when it is like a crown, it tends to rise and is when you have to remove it. Do not let it boil. This is where most of the mistakes are done. Here, I guess, and in the ratio coffee to water that many people underestimate. Step 8. Serve. Serve. Don't throw it from 1 meter high. Go slowly, go steady. If you have crema, it will be from the method that you have used and the lipid layer that is present that's making the bubbles, not because you made some bubbles by throwing it from a big distance. Serve it with a glass of cold water and maybe a traditional Greek sweet like loukoumas if you are into it. Please don't add milk. Step 9. Let it sit for 5 minutes. It's time for the solids to settle at the bottom of the cup. Step 10. Enjoy. Drink until your tongue hits the solids or until you no longer taste a clear liquid and you feel the insolubles of the coffee. That's when you stop. Greek or Turkish coffee dates back to the time that there was no access to fancy espresso machines or even filters and French presses, and people were looking for the easiest and the cheapest way to make coffee. So they found out that if the beans are powdered and then you have a powder extraction essentially with water, hot water, it's better and easier. And then you can make coffee without filtering, just by heating the water in the coffee and then after finish, let the solids settle. In Greece or Turkey, we say that you can actually read your future when you tip the coffee cup. by deciphering the coffee patterns in the wall of the cup and in the bottom of the cup? What? Yeah, maybe, I guess. Maybe also the topic of another video. And that was the video about making Greek coffee. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like, comment please, consider subscribing if you like this type of content. There are more things coming up, and don't forget to watch my first video on coffee. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye!